by threatening to do whatever it will take him to save the country from the Gen Z demonstrations. If they persist with their demonstrations, the president sounded as though he thinks he wields unlimited power like the extinct feudal emperors and kings of the Middle Ages in Europe. I can't disagree with him more. Both the Constitution and his oath of office expressly limit his powers and forbid him from raining fire and brimstone on peaceful demonstrators in the Republic of Kenya. For whatever reasons, he is bound to uphold the Constitution of Kenya 2010 and all the laws thereunder. He cannot act on the whim and out of anger and frustration. He must follow the law. Unfortunately, the president did not express himself as a person who understands that his powers are heavily limited by Kenya's very prescriptive constitution, including the Bill of Rights. The president does not have any room to govern this country without reference to the constitution and the law. Even the immunity from prosecution for criminal activities, which he enjoys under Article 143 of the Constitution, does not shield him from crimes for which the president may be prosecuted under any treaty to which Kenya is party and which prohibits such impunity. Hence, the president must know that he will be held personally liable for any violations of the Constitution and the law by the security forces he is threatening to unleash against the peaceful demonstrators. There is no choice between safety of the state and the demand that the country be governed strictly in accordance with the Constitution and the law. In addition, the president's obsession with having dialogue with the demonstrators clearly shows that he has not grasped the fact that the demonstrators' grievances require administrative and not political solutions. His complaint that the Gen Z demonstrators have declined his invitation to sit down with him and take part in a conversation or dialogue is simply mischievous. The demand for the rule of law, including for him to obey court orders, the demand for good governance, including transparency and accountability in public affairs, the demand for him to prosecute the powerful individuals behind scams like the fake fertilizer and the cooking oil sagas, the demand for him to arrest and prosecute rogue police officers who killed innocent demonstrators, the demand for him to end police brutality, abductions and extrajudicial killings, the demand for a lean and clean balanced budget and for fair taxation, the demand for fairness in employment to public offices, the demand that only people with integrity and who bring honor to the office they hold should be employed in the public service, the demand that only people with integrity should be appointed to the cabinet, all the demands, plus these demands that are being made by the Gen Z demonstrators, require administrative, not political solutions. There is no demand which the Gen Z are making which requires political solutions through dialogue. Hence, the president and those demanding to hold dialogue with the Gen Z demonstrators are backing up the wrong tree and must be stopped in their tracks. The president should stop wasting our time, beating about the bush and talking about meaningless dialogue, and do the obvious by taking decisive administrative action under the Constitution and the law to address the demands made by the Gen Z demonstrators. If the president refuses to do so, then he and his administration have no legitimacy to stay on and must leave office. Simply, it means they are unable to govern this country. It is in the above context that the slogan, Ruto must go, should be understood. The president cannot stay in office if he is unable to govern, and is proving that daily. Kenyans are demanding administrative action, not baseless political dialogue. So basically what I'm saying is that you have seen this obsession by politicians that they want to have dialogue, they want to have whatever, but there's no political dispute that has been raised by the Gen Z. They have not challenged anything that requires politicians to come back and talk. What the Gen Z have challenged is simply administrative issues. They want corruption dealt with, they want thieves prosecuted, they want public office to be reserved for people who have integrity, They want things that require administrative action. None of the things that are being demanded require political action for there to be dialogue. So dialogue is a way of deceiving and delaying the justice Kenyans are demanding. And that's why personally I am opposed to dialogue. And I urge the Gen Z not to be fooled into any dialogue that will deliver nothing, and to keep demanding that the president uses the constitution and the law to deliver the administrative solutions they are demanding.